Hi everybody, welcome back to the Bumpkin News. This is the Bumpkin in Chief, and we're going to continue with part 2 of Who is Mr. Obama. In part 1 we indicated our belief that he is in fact a communist, and that's based on what he has done, some things that he said previously and what he said later, and his actual actions. If you want to know about something, what something is, you have to submit it to a test. It's not what you think it might be or maybe what it appears to be, but you have to put it to a test, and that is borne out by a lawyer of the legal profession. If you want to know if you're a lawyer or not, you take the bar exam. If you pass the bar exam, you're a lawyer. If you fail the bar exam, you're not a lawyer. And it's the same thing with a communist. To be a communist, if you meet certain criteria, you might call yourself anything, but the fact is you're a communist. If you don't meet that criteria, you can call yourself a communist, but you're not a communist. But what is a communist? Communist, first of all, promises people something that they're not going to get. Make false promises and to get support initially, and then the ultimate goal is to take control. Now let's look at some things with Mr. Obama. Some years ago, before the presidential campaign, Mr. Obama's on record as saying that his idea of health care reform is that the ultimate goal would be a single payer system. And then later on he said that that was never his intention, never his goal, to make it a single payer system. Now folks, if you want to find out about these things, you don't have to just take my word for it, but go online, Google Obama health care speech to Congress, download the text of that speech, print it out, and read it, and you'll see that the things that I'm telling you here are contained in that speech. In that speech, Mr. Obama said that 5% of the people would exercise the government option, and the other healthcare insurers would be in a competitive environment, and as a result, healthcare prices were going to go down and premiums would be competitive and be affordable. That was the promise. What the reality is, we've learned that healthcare insurers are dropping out of the market because cost is prohibitive, and as insurers are required by a government mandate with healthcare to provide unlimited coverage and to provide coverage to people that are with the pre-existing conditions, in other words, an open-ended, almost unending commitment with limited income, that is, premiums have to be kept down within reason. We see that that economically is impossible, and so what is the result of this? The healthcare insurance business will become eventually defunct, and people will have to go to the government healthcare plan, which gives us a central control of the healthcare industry. That is, for those people that can't afford it. In the communist countries, you have people that can afford it will go outside the government system, which means heretofore they've come to the United States for the health care. But in this country, the majority of the people, because of lack of personal funding, they'll have to go to the government plan. So that's a falsity right there, and it's all borne out in that text of that speech, as we told you. Another thing is that Mr. Obama, he said that no bureaucrat is going to get between you and your doctor. You know, interesting. We listened to Mr. Obama at an event interface with a woman that spoke of her older mother who was pretty much given up to die, and she went to another doctor who disagreed with the first doctor's diagnosis and said, no, I think that this woman can be treated. And as a result, this older woman, who I think at the time was 85 years old, regained some semblance of her health, that she could live a fairly enjoyable extended number of years. And the woman asked Obama, does spirit count for anything? And Obama said no. He said, what we need to do in cases like this, we need to make the end of their life as pain-free as possible with the proper medication. In other words, we give them end-of-life treatment, which means some sort of a painkiller or some kind of a narcotic, some kind of a sedative, so that they can go out peacefully. And then we turn to his the same speech we referenced, healthcare speech to Congress, where he says that there would be healthcare boards, panels, if you will, that would advise doctors and hospitals on courses of treatment. Remember, he said no bureaucrat is going to get between you and your doctor. Another untruth here, promising something that is not going to happen. And then we have, of course, the central planning issue, where he's already moved to secure certain parts of the financial sector, certain parts of the industrial sector, General Motors being the largest manufacturer in the United States, those things. And then, of course, one of the most important things is control of the media. Mr. Obama, not satisfied with even some of the media that is practically on his side, whenever there's a contrary report, something is reported on that he doesn't like, now the White House has its own media center, and what it does is it prepares certain videos, certain media distributions that it gives out to the we call the mainstream media or the conventional media for broadcast. So it prepares its own media releases, which is akin to propaganda. Now, Mr. Obama at the present time is a little dictator, a little communist. Well, what's the difference between a little communist and a big communist? You say, is a big communist somebody like a Joseph Stalin that is in control of Russia back in the day, or Tito, or some of the other dictators and communists? No, a little communist is simply someone that is not in control of the nation or the political division that he wants to control. We'll take Castro. Castro is a big communist because he has control of Cuba. The thing right now that is preventing Mr. Obama from being a big communist is the fact that we still have some semblance of democratic process, the vote, and we do have a diverse media. We have a media that is contrary, just like this video that you're watching, that is contrary to a lot of the published reports, a lot of the things that are obviously biased in favor of the philosophy that Mr. Obama has and the actions that he's undertaking. Also, we might add this note too, that Mr. Obama is very cold and very calculating. You see, it's these little things a lot of people don't take into account. But as again we said, you test, you apply the different criteria to find out what something is. We say that he is very cold and very calculating. If you recall Captain Phillips, when his ship was commandeered by pirates and taken over, that Obama ordered the killing of the three hijackers, the three pirates, and this was done very quickly and without any noticeable hand-wringing, and it didn't seem to be any, there's no human rights issue, there's no we need Miranda rights, trials, all those kind of things, but it was an order given from the president to take these people out. Very cold, very remorseless. Of course, in a case like that, you wouldn't expect any remorse because it was not illegal, or in my opinion, not immoral, but you would think that there would be just a little more humanity involved in it. No outcry from the media that these people weren't given any trial or anything, but I think it exhibits coldness and somewhat of a calculation there. Thanks for watching again. Let us know what you think, as always.